Hello, I'm back. I am back. I'm getting all set up here with Here we go. Hey, there you are, Marianne. Give me 1 second. I gotta get both computers going here. You know what that's like. There we go. Now everything is correct. Okay. I'm not on my mic. Hey, Adele and Dazzle. I'm not on my mic. So, after doing more research, you know, it's apparent that people are having a problem that use an external mic, like I use. And that's what supposedly is causing the problems. But I've switched over to the cellular and other device too. But it's that is what we are being told, is that it is a mic problem with external mics and Facebook Live. So that's what my peanut gallery tells me. That is what my peanut gallery tells me. Tomorrow I just may try the other device without the mic altogether. I don't know. But that is what I'm hearing. How is everybody doing this Thursday? What are you all grateful for? Well, this is take 2, Adele. So you're here. I was early. I was more 8 than ish, and I tried it the first time. It didn't work so well. So second time's the charm. But I quickly switched over. But it's good to have you here. Hey, yes, I'm back. I'm back and clear. I was saying, Kitty, that in doing some research, Facebook is having problems with external microphones like I use. So, is what we hear. But I've switched over to cellular and everything else. But glad to be here. But, you know, like we were talking briefly before when my mouth was moving, but nothing was coming out. That is just not like me. You know, we've been very productive. We have been getting so much done, you know, it's been a weird beginning of February, but we've also had the storm this week. So, you know, I can't look at any one day or 1 week for sales or anything. You just can't do it. But, you know, I've been really excited about all that we've been accomplishing. And that our team has been getting done. I mean, you know, we're continuing to kick processes into gear. I mean, I was, you know, in our processing center today and looking at, you know, and really reflecting on where we've come in the last almost year. I mean, you know, it looks nothing like it did last February. I mean, it looks nothing like it did last February. And it looks nothing like it did 3-4 months ago. I mean, we've just continued to kick it up a notch. So I don't know, you know. So I'm you know, in awe of our team and what we've accomplished. So I'm really excited for what we've accomplished, and we're gonna fill in a couple more roles, and we're gonna really be firing on all cylinders. It's really, really exciting to see what we do have going on. Deep freeze, yuck. Well, I like that Marianne's getting organized. Maybe we'll be able to tie her down to a tree, too. Keep her moving off from one shiny thing to another. Yeah, they can't tell what our weather's going to do. High in the teens. That was us last week. High in the teens was us last week. We played that game. Now we're trying to avoid a couple of storms. We're supposed to have just a dusting overnight tonight or into tomorrow morning, and then Sunday into Monday, depending on which way things go. You know, we may or may not get some snow, but You know, it's winter in New England. Whatever it is, it is. Well, let's get this party started. Let's get this party started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book on this Thursday night. Tonight, if you're following along, we're on page 132. 132 is where we're at. Good morning. Side kick your fears. Front kick your distractions. Boom! You go up a belt. Kathy, that is about the most accurate weather forecast I've seen. Nothing, dusting to 2 feet. That is a very accurate forecast, Kathy. We will get you the job. We're gonna put you on Channel 8. We'll get you on the 11 o'clock news with that forecast. Snowing in Illinois. There's an accurate forecast, too. See, we've got all this stuff going on. You guys are great. You guys are great. I've got lots of good stuff for you tonight. I got lots of stuff to cover, so let's get started here. Think about this one. Think about this. Let's frame the night. 77, Krita. 43 in Naples. Oh my, Jennifer had to put on a sweater. Brad had to put on pants. Yuck. 77. My sister's in Pennsylvania this week, freezing her patootie off from Texas. So, you broke out the Uggs. All right. She built a snowman. She came from Texas and built a snowman. Let's see. What do I got here? So let me frame tonight. I like this quote. I got a couple of quotes. As always, I have several quotes. I'm going to start us off with one from Stephen Covey. Be a light, not a judge. Be a model, not a critic. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. Think about that. Be a light, not a judge. Be a model, not a critic. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. That just puts you in the right mindset. Yuck, Adele. Another 4 inches. And while you have that idea, while you take that idea from Stephen Covey of being a light, not a judge, a model, not a critic, being part of the solution, take this one from Simon Sinek. What good is an idea if it remains an idea? What good is an idea if it remains an idea? Try, experiment, iterate, fail, try again, change the world. What good is an idea if it remains an idea? Try, experiment, iterate, fail, try again, change the world. You got this. Oh, Marianne, I could dream that you'll be attached to a tree and not floating all over. At least, I'm okay if you float in all the directions you can from the tree. You know, you go a little this way, a little this way. It's when you go off into another forest that it worries me. It's when you go off into another, oh, there's more trees way out there. That's when it worries me. When you attach yourself to the UPS truck in the morning, that worries me, and you're all over the place. That's what worries me. I know this will shock you, but Amazon had a record-breaking quarter and a blockbuster year. Amazon capped off 2020 by delivering its largest quarterly revenue to date. The online giant's net sales in the fourth quarter jumped 44% to $125.5 billion, passing the 100 billion milestone for the first time in a quarter. 100 billion for the first time in a quarter. Why is it taking him this long? No wonder Bezos is out. No wonder. their net income. So how much do you get to keep of that? So you do 125.5 billion, you keep 7.2 billion, or $14 a share. And the company spent $4 billion on COVID measures in the quarter. Almost, more than half their profit they spent on COVID measures. Amazon hired 175,000 new full and part-time employees. More than triple the amount that it hired in the fourth quarter last year to help with the surge. Full year revenue was $106 billion higher. So basically a whole quarter. It's like Amazon did a whole nother quarter of a year. Our friends McDonald's are entering their next phase of testing a new loyalty program. So this is important, folks, okay? Because loyalty programs have become the new way, have continued to lead the way in, customer retention. So retaining customers is huge and getting them to come back more often. McDonald's has entered the next phase of testing a loyalty program that's slated to launch nationwide later this year. Customers rack up points for every dollar they spend, while McDonald's workers can earn points for completing training related to the program. Loyalty programs drive sales for restaurants by encouraging more frequent visits and allowing them to target customers with personalized promotions. McDonald's has a successful rewards program in other countries like France, but this is the closest it's come to bringing one to the home market. It's currently testing in Arizona and Nevada. It's added restaurants in New England to the test. Ooh, that's like close to home. Roughly 900 locations out of McDonald's 14,000 are part of the test. McDonald's decided, they're citing Starbucks and Chipotle's successful rewards programs to grow their base of loyal customers and encourage more frequent visits. Members will earn 100 points for every dollar that they spend and have the opportunity to earn even more points with targeted promotions, like double points for visiting on a Monday. The program is split into 4 tiers, 1,500, 3,000, 4,500, and 6,000 points for different redemption opportunities across 16 menu items. Again, we're going to have to watch this, but that is very interesting as they do that. What are you doing Valentine's Day? I mean, we are just over a week and a half to Valentine's Day. Just over a week and a half, 10 days till Valentine's Day. Have you thought about what you're doing for Valentine's Day? How about a lomance? A lomance. Yes, you could be one of 50 couples to win a night of lomance. At Lowe's. Yes, the home improvement store. Yes, Lowe's, the home improvement store. Do not, Marianne, Zach should not do this. Okay, for his first married year as a Valentine's gift, for his first married Valentine's Day, he should not enter to win a lomance. Okay, 50 couples will win a night of lomance at Lowe's. Well, on the surface, there's nothing terribly romantic about home improvement. Even the most loving relationship can be tested by a major renovation project. Lowe's is betting that quarantining couples stuck at home watching HGTV reruns with want nothing more than a night of lomance. An unlikely pairing of flowers and Sherwin-Williams paint menu by candlelight. The retailer is taking reservations through Sunday at Lowes.com/Valentines for date nights at one of 10 select stores in some of America's most romantic cities. 50 couples will win the after-hours in-store experience. But there's also a virtual event on February 13th, not Valentine's Day, open to all who register. The stores hosting the in-person events are in metropolitan markets of Nashville, Tennessee, Denver, Savannah, Georgia, Chicago. Okay, I'm just saying Chicago. Okay, San Francisco, Palm Beach, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, New Orleans, Providence, Rhode Island, and Milwaukee. There you go. You have to agree to follow Lowe's social distancing and safety protocols to win. It's a 2-hour event of Lowmance. You ask what you will do. Joanne is looking into this. Joanne is thinking this night of Lowmance sounds good for Valentine's Day. As part of the events at Lowe's on Valentine's Day, you will splash paint a large canvas together. Yes, I splash painting in the middle of a Lowe's. I don't know, but make sure Zach does not apply for this. But he can get the new Taco Bell $5 Build Your Own Craving Box. Reward members get early access to it. Rewards members get early access to the Taco Bell Build Your Own Cravings box. And I'm sure Zach is a rewards member. Talking about loyalty. Talking about loyalty again for a second. Hobby Lobby are having trouble. Hobby Lobby, Bed Bath, and others are having trouble kicking the coupon fix. I am sure. Suzanne and MJ, you can create your own. What did they call? I've already forgotten the name. Lowmance. You can create your own Lowmance in Cape Charles. You don't need Lowe's to do it. You can do it on your own. You and MJ got it. Hobby Lobby has been making lots of news in the last week, 10 days, since they've announced that they're going to be kicking their coupons. Well, this is interesting. So hang on a second here. In this age of algorithms, artificial intelligence-led marketing strategies, and an unparalleled upheaval in the way retailers do business in their physical stores, there's more than a little irony in the fact that one of the most dependable, reliable, and surefire ways to drive business is with the lowly paper coupon. Paper coupon. Now this is good. This is good trivia. Do you know who was first to use a paper coupon? Who was the first to mass use a paper coupon? Any guesses? Nobody guessing. Nobody's guessing. It's not Taco Bell. Paper coupons were first used by Coca-Cola in 1888 to offer a free glass of its newly introduced fizzy water. Coupons eventually exploded all across retailing. long a staple of the grocery business and still the stuff Sunday newspapers are made of. The coupon has become ubiquitous. Presidents in merchandising over the past 2 decades. So it'll be interesting to see. Hobby Lobby's getting a lot of press. Bed Bath & Beyond is saying they're getting more strategic in their use of it. You know, both stores got to have in mind the debacle that JCPenney went through when they remade their store and changed its pricing. So I don't know how that's going to work for Hobby Lobby and everything. I know a lot of people look for that 40% off coupon. And it's not going to be there starting February 28th. February 28th. The department store is dead! Or is it? The department stores show new signs of life with rare sales gain. Sales at U.S. department stores grew for the first time after stimulus checks and holiday returns drove Americans back to the mall. After a difficult 2020 that saw consumers say no to brick-and-mortar shopping in favor of delivery, department store sales rose 1.5% in January, marking the first positive month. In fact, every retail sector besides apparel posted positive year-on-year gains in January, it said. And there's no question with these numbers is a direct impact of the $600 stimulus checks that came out at the very end of December. Yes, people wanted out of their houses and they had the government's money. I told you, it wasn't going to be all Walmart and Amazon this time around. Amazon's next quarter and Walmart's next quarterly earnings are going to be like, we had to share. We had to share the stimulus money with other businesses. We're open this time. The horror of it. Kelly, you snuck in tonight. Great to have you here. I need a sip of water. Hang on a second. Although Suzanne and MJ have me thinking of scotch. Rebag. Now this is really cool. You got to check this out. Okay, so we all know, we've covered it before, that Rebag has their online pricing tool available to everybody. You can sign into their thing and it will tell you what to price a bag at. Yeah, I know I'm being lame, Suzanne. I'm sorry. That my set is so far away from the liquor cabinet. What can I say? The new set they have me on. But you've heard of that, of Rebag's tool, where they'll give you the what they think is the retail price of your bag, what it can fetch on the marketplace. Well, now you can take a picture of the bag, and it will not only give you the price, okay, but it will tell you what the bag is. So Rebag's new tool that will give you your bag's value, but you can do it by picture. It'll tell you what the bag is and give you their estimated resale value for the bag. It's kind of cool, and it is available now, okay, on Rebag's site. You can do it. It does ask for a clear background when you take a picture of the bag. But its tool is designed to do that now. So that's kind of interesting. That, that doesn't authenticate your bag. It doesn't do any of that. But it sure does help with identification. And so that is... that won't be authentication, but it'll be a step in the right direction. Okay, it'll help you. They do offer authentication services, I believe. But they are, they want to be the seller of your bag. But they will, they will, that is kind of interesting. They're trying to do that. Again, this is technology fueled by investment capital, by Wall Street and venture capitalists. This isn't technology funded by profits, but this technology is really, really cool. So you do have to check that out. With their image recognition, I was looking at it today. I didn't have a bag right there or anything to play with it with, but it is really very interesting. So I know you ladies will be checking it out. They're like, reveal your item's true value. It's really kind of interesting, using their machine learning and technology. The CLARE system, it stands for Comprehensive Luxury Appraisal Index. That is their proprietary software, which launched a little more than a year and a half ago. And it handles what they call condition grades and universal taxonomy and condition grades. You can download the app on your phone and use it from there. It will identify the bag's brand, model, and style, and generate the price Rebag is willing to pay for that item that day. They want the bag. They want to make it on resale. After receiving the quote, consumers have the option to accept Rebag's offer, generate a free shipping label, and send their item in. Sellers will be paid 2 to 3 business days upon receipt of the items. Or you can drop off at any of Rebag's 7 store locations across New York City, Miami, and Los Angeles. The tool, they say, can recognize over 15,000 existing references and identify these with 91% accuracy. CLARE is also available on demand for third-party applications and can integrate with external systems at scale. So their idea is to eventually license this, it looks like, to the resale industry. With all the data points that they have. So it looks like something they're looking to license. So we'll keep an eye on that, but the technology is certainly interesting. Not everything's about raising the minimum wage. There is a limit. There is a limit to raising wages. And that is happening in California. So Kroger is closing stores rather than giving workers extra pandemic hero pay. Kroger's closing 2 stores in Southern California in response to hero pay measure requiring a $4 increase for grocery workers during the pandemic. The city of Long Beach is requiring grocery store workers get paid an extra $4 an hour. The city of Oakland City Council and Los Angeles City Council also voted unanimously on Tuesday to mandate $5 per hour pay increases for grocery store workers. So it is significant. It is, so you're adding on top of, and a lot of California already has a $15 minimum wage too. So now you're making this $20 workers. So plus taxes and all the other costs of having workers. So, yeah, there's a point where you can't still pay. It just isn't profitable. Grocery stores work on narrow margins. All businesses work on narrow margins. So, but you have to spread it out. Yeah, cities are not subsidizing the store. They're just mandating the wage increases. And it's but these things that start in California have a way of taking off in the rest of the country. You gotta keep in mind, California and New York tend to be leaders in these social policy changes, such as minimum wage raises or, in this case, hazard pay. But, those things can take hold legislatively in other parts of the country after California. I mean, we talk about Massachusetts as a early adopter of things that California and New York have, which is why we're almost at $15 an hour minimum wage. So you have all of these things that drive that up. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's interesting to see Kroger take a stand and publicly say that these policies are leading to them closing these stores. So the fact that they've actually publicly said that these just weren't underperforming stores and we're closing them, that they said based on the policies that are being adopted, it is unprofitable to keep these stores running. So, and they employ a lot of people. So, I mean, this is, a grocery store, it takes a lot of people to run a grocery store. A lot of staff. So, you're eventually hitting the tipping point of how much you can charge with all the different ways you can buy the same thing, the same groceries, the same paper towels, the same shirt. Okay, with all the different ways you do it, the cost of doing business, you can't raise prices because of your market costs more. Okay, that it costs more to operate in one city versus the next. It just doesn't make economic sense. So while I am generally at this point for and okay with the $15 national minimum wage, although I am concerned about it in several parts of the country, that it's going to be a drastic change on business. I'm also encouraged with how we've all adapted in this last year and continue to adapt and continue to make things better, that you'll be able to do that. But, you add in a surcharge that these city councils can vote in, and, Kroger, it's an interesting stand. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So, the NRF, National Retail Federation, and along with, let's call it 100 other maybe only 50 other associations, is calling on the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission to allow to clarify the extent to which employers may offer employees incentives to vaccinate without running afoul of the American with Disabilities Act and other laws enforced by the EEOC. So they're asking for the EEOC to issue a ruling on this, on incentives, on disincentives, on not allowing people to come to work if they haven't been vaccinated, to force employees. They're asking for actual rulings. They acknowledge that employer-provided incentives can assist governments in quickly and efficiently distributing vaccines. Legal uncertainty about providing such incentives, however, has many employers concerned over liability and has made them hesitant to act. We therefore urge the EEOC to issue guidance providing clarification on the extent to which employers may offer their employees incentives to vaccinate. And we encourage the EEOC to define what qualifies as a permissible incentive as broadly as possible. And should be separated from normal wellness programs, is the other thing. Our friends at the National Retail Federation have also issued a statement calling on Congress to move quickly with COVID-19 relief. To get economic relief to individuals, families, and businesses to help relieve the financial stress they've been facing the past 10 months. Equally important are efforts to ensure that states and municipalities have whatever tools are necessary to equitably get the COVID-19 vaccines distributed in their communities so people can get back to work and children can safely return to school. So, again, the National Retail Federation, regardless of administration, has to play nice, with every administration and get everybody back to, it is obvious, as I've talked about earlier tonight, that the economic impact of people having certainty, having the extra money from the government, the extra $1,400 that they're talking about, having continued unemployment benefits if they're unemployed, is important stuff. A lot of this stuff, a lot of the benefits, the unemployment, the SNAP benefits, food benefits, other things go away in March. And, calling on Congress to add some certainty to those, to continue those on for a period of time, especially where we have a better idea how long it's going to take to vaccinate a large swath of the population, continuing those things on through the, I think the current goal is to September, would just make sense, and it would take a lot of stress off of people, and it would take stress off of businesses and keep people shopping. So it's just smart. It's just smart, people. Our friends at the SBA have started going back on the $10,000 advances. So they've started working on those. So they're working on 2 groups, or 3 groups really. They are working on people that they've gotten the money back from, which they will be, they have just started it this week. And they expect it to take into March. They will go back to banks and refund any that have been returned, that have been paid. So if your PPP has already been forgiven and you paid back the EIDL advance, that will be coming back to you through your bank. The SBA will be refunding the bank. Okay? If you were eligible for more EIDL advance, if you only got a couple $1,000s and you were eligible for the whole, and you should have, instead of the whole $10,000, they are working on that. They are starting by community. Okay? They have divided up the country into economic zones, and they are going to start contacting people. This is not anything you have to apply for. This is nothing you need to do. You will get an email from the SBA to be invited to request that money. And for people that didn't get anything, we'll be getting emails to go in and request the money. So that is coming, and it is coming. Everything will be coming directly from an SBA.gov email. I don't have anybody that has gotten this email yet, but I have been informed that is how it is going to roll out. And they just literally started it this week, so I'm not expecting much. They're running slow on a lot of things. So don't stress out about it, and I will keep an eye on it. I'm actually trying to get in touch tomorrow with a couple people in Washington at the SBA to touch base on things. But that is the process of the way that they're doing it. They'll call you. You don't have to call them. So they'll be emailing is whatever email was on the application. That's great, Rose. That's perfect. Yes, you need to show a decline, so that's perfect. So you're going to get the other $9,000. So you got the email. Perfect. And you didn't think it was spam. That's great. Yes, you have to show a decline just during a short period of time. You don't even have to show it for the whole year. But that is great news. So you're my first person that I know. Of course they go to the safari. Of course they go to the safari. So, well, yours is going to come back to the bank, Kitty. So yours is going to go right to your bank. So, that is nice things. These are nice blessings on people. This is very nice blessings. Yeah, they're only sending it, Rose, to people that are in that. So you're in that community. You're in the zone already. Okay, they wouldn't have sent it to you if you weren't in the zone that they identified. So you're okay. So don't spend the money before you get it. But if you wake up one morning with an extra $9,000 in the bank, don't be shocked. They're saying that the information I'm getting from the SBA is they're expecting to, from time that you respond, 21 days to have the money to you. I'd allow double that, just because it's the government. But they're getting going with this, and so it's exciting to see them get going. I'm excited about that. That is really very good. That is very, very good. I'm very excited about it. Excited! That's Neil excited. This Thursday night. Remember, be a light, not a judge. Be a model, not a critic. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. Rose, you can apply. Rose, reapply or talk to your bank about that. They should be able to resubmit your PPP. There's no reason. There's a lot of errors coming from the SBA back to banks. Talk to your bank about that, or talk to another lender if your bank isn't going to do anything about it. Because there's been a ton of rejects of things that is just false things that that your local bank just needs to resubmit it. You should not miss out on the other PPP, on a second PPP. Lindsay, if you have an EIDL, can I still apply for a second round of PPP? Yes. Having an EIDL does not exclude you from getting a PPP. Does not at all. You know what? This video and everything I talk about here, goes over to narcs.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. Noon, I tell you. It is amazing. Well, it's actually not amazing. It's Adele and Cassandra that make that all happen. They get all the files over there. They get the videos. They make it all happen. They make it so easy so that you can share it with everybody you know in business. Butcher, baker, candlestick maker. We're going to get everybody to the other side. And you can go right to the YouTube channel from there. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when a new one drops. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish live in the Nards private Facebook group. That's where you find me. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. I'm a few days behind on emails, but I will get caught up. I will. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program tonight. If you were not here at the top of the program, we're on page 132. Good morning. Sidekick your fears. Front kick your distractions. Boom. Go up a belt. Our good night tonight is good night. Sidekick your anxiety. Front kick your doubts. Boom. You go up a belt. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. Lowe's Valentine's, I don't know about that. I think my peanut gallery would boo that. I don't think they want to go splash painting with me. I think they would go like that. But we will party again. We will party in person, and I will be there with you when we can. Yes, I will. But until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you, and most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.